This runner profile is about our certified good dude and resident TO, Angry Space Dorito. Dorito was seeded into Group 13 and is exiting that group as the first seed with an overall tournament win-loss of 8-1. His leaderboard at 80% PB is a 123.56, which is ranked 48th overall. Largely known now for commentary and being a TO, Dorito once again proves that is no reason to underestimate him, securing the seeding upset over Viz to get out of his group first. While last year saw some unfortunate close defeats, can Dorito avenge those tough losses this year? Let's find out. This runner profile is about one of our longtime community veterans, Aurora Kate. Aurora Kate, or Scoot, was seeded into Group 9 and is exiting that group as the first seed with an overall tournament win-loss record of 8-1. Her leaderboard 80% PB is a 123.22, which is ranked 40th overall. Going by Scoot in the past, Aurora has been around the Titanfall community for a long time, and every single year continues to be a threat you cannot ignore in Mach March events. With the first seed upset of this year over Ice Cream Man, can Aurora make this her best Mach March performance yet? Let's find out.
This runner profile is about the 3-time champion Bladen. Bladen was seeded into Group 2 and is exiting that group as first seed with an overall tournament win-loss record of 5-1. His leaderboard 80% PB is a 114.19, which is currently ranked 4th on the leaderboard. 3-time champion once again returns to defend his crown, but unlike previous years, it has been a long time since Bladen has consistently ran the game. With its former world record PB being almost 2 years old, with the potential of rust being a deciding factor, can Bladen repeat a Mach March victory for the 4th time? Let's find out.
This runner profile is about the current world record dominator, Clipboard Guy. Clip was seeded into Group 1 and is exiting that group as the first seed with a perfect 6-0 win-loss record. The leaderboard 80% PB he has is a 112.51, which is our current world record. Clip has been on a tear through the leaderboards, not only getting the game's first 1 hour 12 minute time in any percent, but also attempting to get all 14 IL world records at the same time, having gotten as close as 13 out of 14. With those impressive feats under his belt, can Clipboard transition that into his first Mach March title? Let's find out here in Mach 5 March.
This runner profile is about another potential Zoomer prodigy, Cologne Drinker. Cologne Drinker was seeded into Group 8 and is exiting that group as the second seed with an overall tournament win-loss record of 3 wins and 3 losses. Their leaderboard 80% PB is a 122.20, which places them 31st on the leaderboard. Cologne Drinker is a relatively new runner, coming in from a long stint of running Mirror's Edge, and having submitted their first Titanfall 2 run in August of 2024, which was a surprising 128, and they've been quickly working their way down coming into the tournament. Will we see more of this astronomical ascent going into bracket? Let's find out here on Mach 5 March.
This runner profile is about the former world record holder, Dadadu. Dadadu was seeded into Group 3 and is exiting that group as the first seed with an overall tournament win-loss record of 8-1. His 80% PB is a 113.11, which is currently 2nd place rank on the leaderboard. Dadadu is one of only 3 runners who have held the 80% world record in the last 2 years, and has put on phenomenal tournament performances the last few years. While Dadadu has yet to claim a tournament title for himself, he continues to be an undeniable threat, and we'll see if this year turns out to be Dadadu's year in Mach 5 March.
This runner profile is about our best controller runner, Darkwin. Darkwin was seeded into Group 4 and is exiting that group as the first seed with a perfect 9-0 win-loss record. His leaderboard 80% PB is a 114.01, which is currently 3rd place on the rankings. Having long since established himself as our best controller runner, Darkwin has only continued to trend upward, having recently taken the 3rd place position on the 80% leaderboards. With that impressive feat under his belt, can Darkwin transition all of that momentum into a strong bracket performance and even a bracket victory? Let's find out here in Mach 5 March. This runner profile is about the longtime console veteran, Doki. Doki was seeded into Group 11 and is exiting that group as the first seed with an overall tournament win-loss record of 8 wins and 1 loss. His leaderboard any percent PB is a 122.17, which is good enough for 30th overall. Known for making upsets in both the group and bracket stage of Mach March events, Doki proves once again that he is an upset machine, taking the first seed over Gunnerhawk in his group. With that upset under his belt, can we see Doki make the strongest bracket performance of his entire career this time around? Let's find out in Mach 5 March.
This runner profile is about the TF2SR resident programmer girl, Dyed Quartz. Dyed was seeded into Group 3 and is exiting that group as the second seed with an overall tournament win-loss record of 5-4. Her leaderboard any percent PB is a 124 flat, which ranks her 49th overall. Although many do not know where they were during the Dyed Quartz vs Gamma Beacon 3, all know where Dyed is now, having secured her spot in the Mach 5 March bracket stage. Having made several strides in improvement over the last year to her gameplay, you absolutely cannot count out Dyed's bracket run this year in Mach 5 March.
This runner profile is about this tournament's relative unknown, Fade Out. Fade was seeded into Group 1 and is exiting that group as the second seed with an overall tournament win-loss record of 2 wins and 4 losses. Her leaderboard any percent PB is a 124.48, which is currently ranked 56th overall. There's not really a whole lot to go off of with Fade, only having the 2 submitted any percent times and no IL times to speak of. With that being said, just like the person she upset in groups Xeno, you don't really make it to the bracket stage of Mach March without having at least some X Factor. Will we see that X Factor come into play in the bracket stage? Let's find out.
This runner profile is about a Mach March in TF2SR boomer, parentheses affectionate, Forgiven. Forgiven was seeded into Group 2 and is exiting that group as the second seed with an overall tournament win-loss record of 2 wins and 4 losses. Her any percent PB is a 125.49 that ranks her 65th on the leaderboard. Having participated in every Mach March event, Forgiven is no stranger to the tournament environment. Although she's never had a breakout performance, this year Forgiven has been showing off some impressive improvements in the IL department. Will those improvements lead to a strong bracket performance? Let's find out.
This runner profile is about the top runner in a different era, Goviz. Goviz was seeded into Group 14 and is exiting that group as the second seed with an overall tournament win-loss record of 5 wins and 4 losses. His leaderboard any percent PB is a 120.19, which is currently ranked 25th overall. Once upon a time, Goviz was a top runner in our game, with his any percent time being formerly a top 10 time, as well as previously holding the Inti Abyss Chapter 1, as well as the Effect and Cause Chapter 2 world records. It has been a while since these achievements though, and it shows, with Goviz being soundly upset in his group. Can Goviz overcome that upset and make a deep bracket run this year? Let's find out.
This runner profile is about the man with still no leaderboard any percent time, Gunnar Gunnarsson. Gunnar Gunnarsson was seeded into Group 11 and is exiting that group as the second seed with an overall tournament win-loss record of 7-2. As previously mentioned, Gunnar Gunnarsson has no leaderboard any percent time, but he has previously held the IL records for both Abyss 3 as well as Blood and Rust. Gunnar Gunnarsson has always been known to have high peaks in Titanfall, but as we've seen, he's also been known to have some rough lows, notably having been upset by Doki in his group this time around. Despite that loss, Gunnar Gunnarsson is on record saying that he will do better. So, can Gunnar Gunnarsson avenge that seed upset and make a deep run? Let's find out.
This runner profile is about our other resident Pikachu profile picture, Human. Human was seeded into Group 8 and is exiting that group as the first seed with an overall tournament win-loss record of 7 wins and 2 losses. His leaderboard any percent PB is a 117.49, which is currently ranked 11th overall. Our second best controller runner at this time, Human's Mach March tournament performance has some big highs but also some notable lows, often taking some rough map or set losses to runners he's predicted to beat. Can Human shake off those past performances and put on a strong M5N bracket run? Let's find out.
This runner profile is about our former best console runner, Ice Cream Man. Ice Cream Man was seeded into Group 9 and is exiting that group as the second seed, for an overall tournament win-loss record of 7-2. His leaderboard any percent PB is a 1:18:27, which is ranked 14th overall. Formerly a console-only runner, Ice Cream Man has made massive improvements to his PB since last year switching to PC, and eventually dropping his time by 4 minutes. Despite this improvement, Ice Cream Man ate an upset in his group and is subsequently the second seed. Can Ice Cream Man overcome that upset and have a strong bracket performance? Let's find out.
This runner profile is about the person of 1,000 voices themselves, Lord Fluffy. Lord Fluffy was seeded into Group 10 and is exiting that group with an overall tournament win-loss record of 7 wins and 2 losses. Their any percent PB is a 1:19:38, which puts them in 18th place on the leaderboard. The beacon of consistency is shining bright for their 5th event in a row. Lord Fluffy is famous for their numerous upsets in previous final brackets, a result of good quick thinking, improvisation skills, and keeping cool in the face of trouble. Can Lord Fluffy defy the odds yet again and make another deep bracket run? Let's find out here on Mach 5 March. This runner profile is about a member of the TF2SR German army, Mats. Mats was seeded into Group 7 and is exiting that group as the second seed with an overall tournament win-loss record of 7 wins and 2 losses. His leaderboard any percent PB is a 1:16:40, which is ranked 9th overall. Since Mats joined the community, he's always been a strong runner, constantly improving and even eventually reaching a top 10 time in any percent. Tournament-wise, however, Mats has been known to see a level of inconsistency, and that shows this year, having been upset for the first seed in his group. Will Mats bring the peaks he's known for and take revenge for that loss? Let's find out. This runner profile is about our resident meme lord, Next Racer. Next was seeded into Group 5 and is exiting that group as the first seed with an overall tournament win-loss record of 9 wins and 0 losses. Their leaderboard any percent PB is a 1:16:15, which is ranked 6th overall. Next Racer has always been a strong Mach March performer, but has also been known to play off their game every now and then. That being said, Next Racer leaves their group with a very strong performance, and knowing their peaks, can they make a strong bracket run as they've done in the past? Let's find out.
This runner profile is about they with the backwards name, Resonance. Resonance was seeded into Group 7 and is exiting that group as the first seed with an overall tournament win-loss record of 8 wins and 1 loss. Their leaderboard any percent PB is a 1:22:57, which is currently ranked 36th overall. Resonance began running the game last year for a few months, and in that time made an impressive improvement from a 1:33 all the way to their current 1:22. On top of the strong any percent time, Resonance also took the first seed upset over Mats in their group. With that upset under their belt, can we see Resonance make a strong bracket performance? Let's find out here in Mach 5 March. This runner profile is about an up-and-coming new runner, Robin. Robin was seeded into Group 10 and is exiting that group as the second seed with an overall tournament win-loss record of 7 wins and 2 losses. Her any percent PB is a 1:29:40, which makes her 95th on the leaderboard. Conventional wisdom would have you believe that a runner with a 1:29 wouldn't be that much of a threat in the tournament setting. However, Robin has proven that to be a total fabrication. With the seeding upset taken over Forte and a game taken off the first seed Lord Fluffy in her group, can Robin transition this strong group stage performance into a strong bracket stage performance? Let's find out here in Mach 5 March.
This runner profile is about our spooky, scary Skeleton Jelly. Skeleton Jelly, or Skelly, was seeded into Group 6 and is exiting that group as the first seed with a perfect win-loss record of 9-0. His leaderboard any percent PB is a 1:16:31, which ranks him 8th overall. Skelly has been around the community for a long time, and during that time has maintained his status as one of our best runners. Historically, Skelly has also had very strong bracket performances in every Mach March event. Will this be the year of Skelly domination? Let's find out.
This runner profile is about a potential tournament underdog, Squiddo. Squiddo was seeded into Group 6 and is exiting that group as the second seed with an overall tournament win-loss record of 5 wins and 4 losses. Her any percent leaderboard PB is a 1:29:17, which is currently ranked 88th overall. Although the aforementioned any percent run is Squidow's only submitted leaderboard time, digging a little deeper, you can find the potential for greatness in Squidow's repertoire. Squidow has an arrangement of decent to good IL times, including an impressive sub-2 Beacon 2. With that knowledge in everyone's mind, can Squidow pull out a surprisingly deep bracket performance? Let's find out, here in Mach 5 March. This runner profile is about last year's Simulacrum bracket runner-up, Svenos. Svenos was seeded into Group 12 and is exiting that group as the second seed with an overall tournament win-loss record of 6 wins and 3 losses. His leaderboard any percent PB is a 122.18, which is ranked 31st overall. While unfortunately falling to the Simulacrum bracket last year, this year Svenos makes his way to the main bracket. While Svenos is certainly knowledgeable, notably helping out with Chill Spirit and Rob look for the fabled Abyss 2 skip, it remains to be seen if Svenos' general knowledge of the game can be transitioned into a strong bracket performance. Will it? Let's find out. This runner profile is about the man with a lot of O's in his name, Theo. Theo was seeded into Group 4 and is exiting that group as the second seed with an overall tournament win-loss record of 5 wins and 4 losses. His any percent leaderboard time is a 124.11, which is currently ranked 51st overall. Theo is a runner that has a lot of potential, as you don't really get a sub-2 Beacon 2 IL time without having at least a good level of X Factor to you. With that being said, we've yet to really see that X Factor come out for Theo in a strong performance. Will this bracket stage be that strong performance? Let's find out in Mach 5 March. This runner profile is about the last with a deceptive any percent time, Talali. Talali was seeded into Group 5 and is exiting that group as the second seed with an overall tournament win-loss record of 6 wins and 3 losses. Her leaderboard any percent PB is a 127.25, which is ranked 74th overall. Don't let the any percent time fool you. Talali is a runner who is capable of significantly better, having several impressive IL times including a sub 140 into the Abyss Chapter 1 and a sub 150 Beacon Chapter 2. Knowing about those impressive IL times, can they be transferred into a strong bracket performance by Talali? Let's find out.
This runner profile is about a movement speedrun specialist, Vane. Vane was seeded into Group 14 and is leaving that group as the first seed with an overall tournament win-loss record of 6-3. Their any percent PB is a 120.31 that ranks them 26th on the leaderboard. Vane has only been running Titanfall for a few months, but has made massive strides in that time, dropping to top 30 and almost a sub 80 minute time at an impressive pace. Having taken the seeding upset over Goviz in their group, Vane is poised and ready for a strong bracket performance here in Mach 5 March.
This runner profile is about our resident Pikachu profile picture, Viz. Viz was seeded into Group 13 and is exiting that group as the second seed with an overall tournament win-loss record of 6 wins and 3 losses. His leaderboard any percent PB is a 119.59, which is currently ranked 22nd overall. Formerly a top runner for Titanfall 2, Viz's attitude towards the game has transitioned to more being about having fun, entering community events and tournaments on a whim for the sole purpose of having a good time. Coming out second seed in the group getting upset by Dorito, will we see Viz make a strong bracket performance despite this attitude and the upset? Let's find out here in Mach 5 March.
This top 8 runner profile is about the 3-time champion, Bladen. Bladen is on the winner side of top 8 this year with an overall tournament win-loss record of 11-1. His path to top 8 this year involved leaving Group 2 as the first seed, then defeating Svenos and Talali to secure his top 8 spot. The 4-peat is on the horizon, and Bladen has shown that even with the rust of not having grinded this game a ton recently, he still is a force to be reckoned with. While many out there believe in Bladen to take the tournament once again, this year he has his toughest competition yet, so will he get the 4-peat? Let's find out what he thinks.
I have pretty mixed feelings about whether I can go 4 for 4, because even last year my grand final set with Clip was very close. I know I am a very proficient runner, but I feel like others have grinded a lot more than me this year. So I think it's going to be a matter of, can I hit my ceiling, and will my opponents give me enough leeway to capitalize on?
This runner profile is about our current world record dominator, Clipboard Guy. Clip is on the winner's side of top 8 this year with an overall tournament win-loss record of 12-2. His path to top 8 this year involved leading Group 1 as the first seed, then defeating Gunnerhawk and Zero Man to secure his top 8 spot. Last year, Clip came ever so close to knocking Bladen into losers, but with a difference of less than a second, he fell just short and became a 2-time runner-up. Since that defeat, Clip has gone on a tear, becoming the undisputed GOAT of Titanfall 2, with his slew of world records. Is this the year that Clip adds a Mach March victory to his catalog of achievements? Well, let's find out what he has to say.
I'd probably give myself about an 80% chance of winning this year. Despite that, I'm trying to take the mentality of this is not going to be easy. So I've been trying to refine my gameplay as much as possible, and we'll see how it goes. But I'm feeling pretty confident.
This runner profile is about the former world record holder, Dadadu. Dadadu is on the winner's side of top 8 this year with an overall tournament win-loss record of 14-2. His path to top 8 this year involved leaving Group 3 as the first seed, then defeating Vayne and Skeleton Jelly to secure his top 8 spot. Being a former world record holder and a former top 3 placer in Mach March tournaments, Dadadu's performance this year has once again proved he is a force to be reckoned with. Once again, however, the remaining competition in Mach 5 March is the toughest our community has to offer. Can Dadadu overcome the challenge and claim his first Mach March tournament crown? Let's find out what he has to say on it.
Realistically, I don't think I'm gonna win just because I have just too much going on right now. But also, if I had to guess who will win, I'd say that Clip will win this year just because he's goated. And yeah, we don't need another year of Blade.
This top 8 runner profile is about our best controller runner, Darkwin. Darkwin is on the winner's side of top 8 this year with a perfect tournament win-loss record of 15 wins and 0 losses. His path to top 8 this year involved leaving Group 4 as the first seed, then taking wins over Angry Space Dorito, hey that's me, and Next Racer to secure his top 8 spot. Darkwin's perfect win-loss record has him in a position he's never been in before, being on the winner's side of top 8 as well as having a flawless tournament record. With Darkwin on the climb to potentially becoming only the second controller runner to hold the any percent world record, a lot of eyes are on Darkwin to take this tournament unexpectedly. But will he? Let's find out if he thinks he'll win.
No. For now.
This runner profile is about the man with still no leaderboard any percent time, Gunnar. It's Gunnerhawk. Gunnar is on the loser side of top 8 this year with an overall tournament win-loss record of 20 wins and 9 losses. His path to top 8 this year involved winning over Goviz, losing the Clipboard Guy, then having an impressive losers run winning against Doki, Aurora Kate, and Talali to secure his top 8 spot. After being upset in groups, Gunnerhawk promised to do better, and he's done exactly that with an impressive losers bracket run and making his way into the Mach March top 8. Gunnerhawk has been known to have stream nerves though, and with the remaining matches of Mach March all meant to be streamed, can Gunnerhawk overcome those nerves and make a deep bracket performance? Let's find out what he thinks.
To be honest, I'm just glad that I got this far. I know my on-stream performance is often lacking, but I think that I can show the best of my abilities now. It almost feels like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders getting this far into the tournament, and I'm just gonna try to do whatever I can. I don't know if it'll be good or bad or what, but hopefully I can actually put on a show, so thanks.
This runner profile is about a member of the TF2SR German Army, Mats. Mats is on the loser side of top 8 this year with an overall tournament win-loss record of 19 wins and 6 losses. His path to top 8 this year involved leaving Group 7 as the second seed, taking a victory over Fruit Loop, losing the Next Racer, then going on an impressive losers run, winning over Viz, Angry Space Dorito, and Skeleton Jelly to secure his top 8 spot. Mats has had potential for some time, and this year we're finally seeing that potential come out in full force. This is the first time Mats has made top 8 in a Mach March event, but the remaining competition is some of the toughest we've seen in Mach March history. Can Mats make a deep losers run this year? Let's find out what Angry Space Dorito has to say.
Mats has shown to be a very proficient player, and I think he can take his current top 8 opponent Maybe Darkwin if he ends up losing his match against Clip, but I don't think he's going to be making it past loser semis. I think that's where he dies.
This top 8 runner profile is about our resident meme lord, Next Racer. Next is on the loser side of top 8 this year with an overall tournament win-loss record of 18 wins and 5 losses. Their path to top 8 involved leaving Group 5 as the first seed, then taking wins over Forgiven, Mats, losing to Darkwin, then winning over Cologne Drinker to secure their top 8 spot. Next is one of our most consistent performers when it comes to Mach March events, currently on a now 4-year-long streak of making top 8. Next is known to have some of the highest peaks we've ever seen in Titanfall 2. So, is this going to be Next Racer's year? Well, let's find out what they think.
So I think it kind of depends on how you would define it being my year. I definitely wouldn't see myself getting in like the top 3 range because everyone else is just too good. But rather, I would say my goal is just playing well. And I have definitely been able to do that before, but only via gambling. So if you're asking whether I can put a stop to the gambling in top 8, I think I can do it, but I will have to lock the flip in.
This top 8 runner profile is about our other resident Pikachu profile picture, Zero Man. Zero Man is on the loser's side of top 8 this year with an overall tournament win-loss record of 17 wins and 8 losses. His path to top 8 this year involved leaving Group 8 as the first seed, then taking wins over Dyed Quartz, Aurora Kate, losing to Clipboard Guy, then defeating Fruit Loop to secure his top 8 spot. Zero Man in the past has been known to have a high peak and massive potential, and this year it finally shows with his first appearance in the Mach March top 8. Zero Man also makes history alongside Darkwin, making this our first year with 2 controller representatives in top 8. So how does that make Zero Man feel? Let's find out.
So even though it's probably gonna be my last tourney with controller, I'm still happy with how far I've made it so far. And I think that with the way that Darkwing has been performing, he has a pretty good chance to get into top 3, if not top 4 at least.
This runner profile is about the 3-time champion, Bladen. Bladen is on the winner's side of top 3 this year with an overall tournament win-loss record of 14 wins and 1 loss. His path to top 3 this year involved leaving Group 2 as the first seed, then taking wins over Svenos, Talali, and Dadadu to secure his top 3 slot. With potentially only 2 matches left, Bladen is on the warpath for a potential 4-peat at a Mach March event. However, last year Bladen only barely avoided dropping into losers at the hands of Clipboard Guy. Bladen's remaining competition in both Clip and Dadadu are the toughest that Titanfall 2's speedrun community has to offer. And with everything being said, Bladen is no longer a hard guarantee to win this year as he's felt in previous years. Can Bladen still manage to make the 4-peat? Well, let's remind you all what he thought.
I have pretty mixed feelings about whether I can go 4 for 4. Because even last year, my grand final set with Clip was very close. I know I am a very proficient runner, but I feel like others have grinded a lot more than me this year. So I think it's going to be a matter of, can I hit my ceiling, and will my opponents give me enough leeway to capitalize on?
This top 3 runner profile is about our world record dominator, Clipboard Guy. Clip is on the winner's side of top 3 this year, with an overall tournament win-loss record of 15 wins and 3 losses. His path to top 3 this year involved leaving Group 1 as the first seed, then defeating Gunnerhawk, Zero Man, and Darkwing to secure his top 3 spot. For the 3rd year in a row, Clip makes it to top 3 in a Mach March event, and once again, his opponent in winner's side is Bladen. While Bladen historically has had the advantage over Clip in tournament sets, the most recent match between the two in Friday Night Fights was decidedly in Clip's favor. Is this the year that Clip wins Mach March? Well, let's remind you all what he thought.
I'd probably give myself about an 80% chance of winning this year. Despite that, I'm trying to take the mentality of this is not going to be easy. So I've been trying to refine my gameplay as much as possible, and we'll see how it goes. But I'm feeling pretty confident.
This runner profile is about the former world record holder, Dadadu. Dadadu is on the loser side of top 3 this year, with an overall tournament win-loss record of 20-7. His path to top 3 this year involved leaving Group 3 as the first seed, then taking wins over Vayne, Skeleton Jelly, losing to Bladen, then defeating Next Racer and Darkwind to secure his top 3 slot. In a pure repeat of last year, Dadadu sits on the loser side of top 3, with the only other people to hold the 80% world record in recent memory, Clip and Bladen, sitting in winner's side. Historically, Dadadu has failed to secure victories over these two, but it has never felt like Dadadu never had the chance. Can Dadadu complete the loser side run and take the tournament? Let's remind you all what he thinks.
Realistically, I don't think I'm gonna win just because I have just too much going on right now. But also, if I had to guess who will win, I'd say that Clip will win this year just because he's goated. And yeah, we don't need another year of Blade.